What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Executive's View. I'm your host, Aaron Sarah Simmons, and this is the view from on top, man. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us, and I do appreciate that. You guys know how I get down. If you see the show, share the show. We're all over the place, man. We on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Spotify, TikTok. We even getting the Twitch here in a little bit, man. We're doing big things, big places, and definitely want to take everybody along for the journey. It's my homie Larry and I in the building today, man. Everybody's out doing different things. So we're going to run the two-man joint today. Steve may pop in a minute. We don't know what's going on with Corey, but we're going to get it done, man. Larry, what's going on, man? Welcome back. How you doing, sir?
Man, we good, man. We good, man. Had a little hiatus, man, but I'm back in the building, brother.
Yeah, man.
Glad to be back. Glad to be back.
Glad you were back in one piece, man. We got a lot to talk about, man. And since it's going to be you and me, man, we're going to have a lot to dive into, man. We had last week we had the NFC and AFC championship games. Respectfully, we didn't get a chance to talk about it because we talked so much about the Hall of Fame and things of that nature on last. My man's face all scrunched up. Frank Gore is not a Hall of Famer. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that at that.
Bro, you remember what I said a couple of months ago?
You said a lot of stuff months ago. You gotta be more specific.
Yeah, but you remember what I said? I said, man, it's a joke, bro. I say it's a joke.
Oh yeah,
it's a joke. And like I know y'all tapped on it, bro, but I'm a double tap on it, right? This is the part that pisses me off, right? And I'm not being that angry dude today, but I gotta say what I gotta say.
Yeah.
This is the part that pisses me off. I was one of the guys that was all in the uproar about what they did to T.O., right? How do you have a guy who arguably is 2 or 3? T.O. is everybody's either 2 or 3 when it comes to wide receivers, right? Mm-hmm. You tell me that dude not a first ballot? Anybody with their own 2 eyes who saw T.O. no Hall of Fame, point blank. Ain't no ifs, ands, and buts about it, right? But then now you get to Bill Belichick. It was like, oh, how you do that to Bill Belichick? People getting all in the uproar about it, right? But then now, you get around to Robert Kraft. And people now they really like, oh, the process needs to be changed and this and this. Where was that same energy at for T.O.? Tell me that. Where was that same energy at for T.O.? And it's never gonna be fixed until one. You have to have some type of bipartisan committee that elects these guys, because when you put these writers as the gatekeepers, we've all saw they get in their feelings. Oh, they use little, I'm gonna say BS to critique somebody and say, oh, they don't have they're not a Hall of Famer because of this and this and this, right? Until they just get it right with it, it's gonna continue to be a joke. And it's funny to me that, like I said, where was this same energy at for T.O.? Now you got all this energy now for Robert Kraft and for Bill Belichick, bro.
Yeah. Hey. We ain't gonna spend too much time on it, but I kind of get where you're coming from with Robert Kraft. We hit this, pretty heavy last week. Coach, what's going on, my guy? How we doing, sir?
Nothing much, man. Just just coming in on that conversation. It's like, look, we've had this conversation how many times about the Hall of Fame and the Hall of Fame process. It's just it is what it is at this point. It's ridiculous. Nobody's defending it, but at this point, it's like, like they have their favorites, and how a guy treated these writers during his career, be it an owner or a front office guy or a player or whatever like that. Again, what do we say? The human element. So it's always good. It's people voting other people into a position or whatever like that. So the Hall of Fame discourse is just, at this point, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach, while you on, bro, and we talking about it, and I know you want to move on, but I just want to just say this, right? Because it is tonight. NFL, man, if anybody on NFL watching, bro, they gotta fix the Hall of Fame and the Pro Bowl, because both of them are broken, bro. Like,
well, it's funny because here's the thing, like, a lot of people talk about how the Pro Bowl used to be, right? Where they played actual football. And, people would, get hurt or get banged up right before going on the off season and vacation and all this other type of stuff. I like the fact that it's not full blown contact football, but what they've done with it, they've gone from one extreme to the next, right? And so I'm not too sure with this particular sport there's a middle ground. I know for the NBA they're doing some type of world versus
Yeah.
American or whatever, trying to revitalize that. I'm all for them trying to do different things. I do believe that there should be a space held for the all stars being able to showcase their talents and play, against each other and do all the things and, for charity and whatever they do.
Hmm.
But the NFL doesn't have a happy median. And we need to find whatever the happy median is. Coach,
But
talk
the
to me.
the Pro Bowl was played the same way for 35 years. Like these professional football players knew how to put it in second gear. And the injuries in the Pro Bowl, it wasn't really a lot of injuries in the Pro Bowl because these guys knew how, like, look, they didn't blitz. They didn't really throw anything out there. It was all vanilla stuff. It was like practice.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a scrimmage pretty much. And you look, Sean Taylor, R.I.P. to him, tried to kill like the Bills punter.
Yeah.
You know, but that's what we loved about Sean Taylor. That's what we loved about him. So that aside, it was like the Pro Bowl was fine. It was just they had it in, and I've never been out there, but I know people who have. They had it in a horrible stadium out in Honolulu. They needed to move it to a new stadium because that stadium was literally falling apart, and they moved it to Orlando. But then there's so much other stuff going on in Orlando, like Disney, Universal, all this other stuff, whatever like that. Nobody cared. Nobody was like, taking time out of their vacation to go to like the Pro Bowl in Orlando. And then now this is like the reason why All-Star Weekend works for the NBA, because in NHL for that matter, is because the sport does things where you can take it away from the actual sport. And what I mean by, like, you can just dunk, you can just shoot threes, you can just do like, fast escape. It's just it's easier to kind of break the sport down into these events. Whereas with football, is like, look, man, like, yeah, like trick catch and all this. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even know what happens at the Pro Bowl games because I've never watched a second of them. So you guys can tell me what happens at the
I
Pro Bowl
watched
games.
enough of them because I
Yeah. So
love
like, yeah.
it. But to your point, Coach, you know what I'm saying, Larry. I'll let you jump in here in a second. It was one way for so long, and then people complained and got upset, and you need to dial it down, dial it back, and then they went the opposite direction. And so, Larry, get in where you fit in, my guy. Is there a happy medium, or should the NFL look to scrap it and do something completely different?
I mean, you could always find a happy medium, bro, but they didn't even try to find a happy medium. And
They
like,
didn't.
dude,
And let me
this is
jump in here real quick, Glad, because before I lose my point. So
yeah, good.
this was on the heels of like when all of a sudden the NFL cared about concussions, and like the concussion movie came out, and it's like player safety. So that, and then again, you talk about a happy medium instead of saying, okay, like let's kind of tinker the rules and still keep it a football game. They went to the current format now because all of a sudden they cared about player safety. So it's not if you look at the timeline, the changes in the Pro Bowl came around the same time as all of a sudden the NFL cares about concussion and protocol and stuff like that. So I'll let Larry jump in. I just want to kind of come into that.
Well, I mean, that's a great point, coach. But I'm gonna say this, right? Was I the only? I'm gonna say kid, right? Was I the only kid that like, oh my God, AFC NFC Championship game is over. We got 2 weeks to the Super Bowl. Wake up Sunday. Oh man, I can't wait for these Pro Bowl games. Oh man, did my players make the Pro Bowl? Who's gonna be on the roster? Was I the only kid that woke up Sunday morning before the week before the Super Bowl excited to watch the Pro Bowl?
Yeah, you
I
were.
was,
You were.
I
People
enjoyed
people
it.
used to
I
watch the Pro
enjoyed it.
Bowl.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I used to
enjoyed it,
really
to be
watch.
honest with
I
you.
mean, like you said, we knew they wasn't until Sean Taylor. We knew that they wasn't going. Like you said,
We
I
would
don't
load
even think
up
they was
on,
second year. They
Madden
was in
and,
third year.
NBA, NFL Live. It was NFL Live and 2K or whatever and play
Yeah,
AFC, NFC all the time, man.
yeah. It was on that. It was on that easy mode. We knew what they were, but it was something to get you through into the Super Bowl, and I was excited to watch it. But now I'm gonna say these younger generation, they're not even gonna get to experience it because it's not even the same for one, and nobody watches it. Like the NFL they're like bullies. Remember we talked about this before. NFL said, you know what, NBA, screw your Christmas Day. Gonna put games on Christmas Day. You know
Hmm.
what? College football, I think you guys need to run that all the way to January 15th. because we take over everything in January, right?
Mhm.
And then it's like I would rather watch an NBA game that I know guys are sitting out right now because they're traded than to watch the Pro Bowl games. When back in the day, I would have literally not even cared about anything on the NBA on a Sunday because the NBA had games on Sunday. I really wouldn't have cared until the Pro Bowl started.
Let me ask you this. You know what I'm saying? Let me throw something else. I'm gonna pull a Larry. Let me put something else on your brain for a second. Would you watch the Pro Bowl now if the players that were in the Pro Bowl were correct? For example, Shador Sanders is a Pro Bowler. He's not necessarily a top six quarterback in the league. He's just not. You know what I'm saying? So you got people being voted in to the Pro Bowl or being given the nod to the Pro Bowl, but when you pull up their player card for the year, they don't necessarily qualify. So the whole Pro Bowl process needs a clear overhaul. But would you watch it anymore if, let's say, obviously you talk two Super Bowl guys, being in there. Would you watch it then or no?
I mean, so that's another second part to it. It's like y'all know I love Shador. I
Oh
do.
yeah.
Y'all know I love Shador. I rock with Shador. Is he a Pro Bowler? No. But this is kind of like what the NBA they're getting into this NBA realm now with the Pro Bowl. It's like you voted a guy who didn't even have nowhere near the stats into the Pro Bowl. Like it's getting into that realm, where before it was like you had a couple of guys that were on the Pro Bowl roster that you were like, you know, it's to be debatable. You always
Mhm.
had those guys, the back end roster, not the guys that were voted the starters, but the reserves. You're like, but then the last couple of years, even when I do see the guys that have came out, you be like, wait a minute, the guy wasn't even like top 10 in his division, and he voted to the
Mhm.
Pro Bowl as an alternate. Like, what? Like, it's crazy, bro. And like I say, it needs a complete overhaul. Like you hit on the head, Steve. They need to not just overhaul the game itself, but they need to overhaul, who gets in and who doesn't get in. Because now it's just like, you know what? We like this guy. Let's put him in the Pro Bowl.
I mean, but that's what the Pro Bowl's always been. It's like
Uh,
the Pro Bowl for the most part has always been like we like this guy, whatever. But I mean, it's like if the top 8 guys at safety are saying, you know what, nah, I'm a little banged up, whatever. Like you can't fault the ninth guy for taking the trip, for to be a
yeah.
Pro Bowl.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what
Yeah,
it used to be. It used to be where, okay, you had the top 10 guys or whatever. Okay, your top 4 are gonna be in the Super Bowl. You gotta X them out. Okay, who's number, 11, 12? Okay, they can play. Which one of them injured? Can't play. Okay, not play. We're gonna go to 13 and 14. Now it's like you're 30th ranked quarterback. We're gonna vote you in because we feel like
but you
playing this
can't
guy.
fault quarterback number 30. You can't fault for Shador because especially with contracts and like language and contracts,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like
that's what I'm
why,
saying. Yeah.
why it doesn't mean a whole lot to me anymore. The way they write these contracts, I get this bonus if I'm a Pro Bowler.
Bowler. Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah, I
like I
know.
said, I'm
Or
not,
when it's time to get another contract, I can be like, look, I made 3 Pro Bowls, so
yeah, I'm not
whatever. So
knocking.
it's just
I
Yeah, I'm
mean,
not
I get it. I
knocking.
mean, I don't fault Shador, and again, I don't want to use him as the example here, but I don't fault the 30th ranked player or the 29th ranked player for getting the nod to go, out there. It's just because we are so many times going to the 30th player and the
Mhm.
29th player. It's kind of like, you know what, is the Pro Bowl even worth it, in my opinion? Like, we could have the same conversation for the NBA All-Star game, which is coming up here in a couple weeks. Like, is Kawhi Leonard really,
I mean, but the stars for the most part play in the NBA All Star game.
correct, because it's in the middle of the year.
It's because the middle of the
Define
season.
playing. Define
Huh?
playing in that game.
They play basketball. We've had this discussion before. They play basketball. It's like
They
it's
dribble
an
and shoot.
exhibition.
They
It's like
dribble
you
and shoot.
you 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 want the All Star game to be 89-91 going into the late in the
Game
fourth
seven
quarter. Nobody
NBA
nobody
Finals. No, that
yeah,
ain't it, bro.
nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
What was that?
Let me back up a little bit. They don't play it like they used to play it. And it goes across both games.
What do you
Like,
mean? Show me an All Star game where it was like, oh man, it's 101, 102. Like no, like these All Star games, even back in the day, these
no,
All
no,
Star
no,
games are
no,
pretty
no,
high scoring.
no. The NBA used to be where they, excuse my language, but they BS'd around first 3 quarters. Fourth quarter, oh, we playing NBA real game.
That's kind of what it is now. That's kind of what it is
That's
now.
how it is now, especially with the new
Now it's
rules,
like,
with the Elam ending or whatever that shit's called. It's like
Yeah, whatever it's
they
called,
tighten up in the fourth quarter. Yeah,
no, they tighten up in the last like 2 minutes.
golden
They
bucket,
tighten
whatever they
up.
call it.
yeah.
But yeah, it's crazy, but it is what it is. Like I say, man, I found it funny that we talking about the NFL and nobody even cares about the Pro Bowl. Nobody, I don't even want. I wish Barry was on because I would want to see what their viewership is. It's probably like 2 people.
I figure we'll figure it out by next week. But since we're here at the NFL, man, we have a Super Bowl to talk about.
The big
Uh,
game.
the big game. Excuse me. We got to talk about the big game coming up here
I
on
want to
on
see
on,
Bad Bunny.
Yeah,
on
trying to
Sunday.
get us shut down, man. The
Yeah,
superb owl, the big game,
and
the championship, the NFL championship. There's a lot of
NFL
things.
championship. Right. Um,
The
we got the
football
Seattle
contest
Seahawks.
between the
The Seattle Seahawks and
Patriots.
the New England
The
Patriots. Yeah.
American football championship game. Yeah.
They're gonna kick this oblong straight ball through this,
Mm,
right?
large H. Yeah.
Yeah.
Large H. Um, we got a game ahead of us to break down. We're gonna talk about this from both the NFC and the AFC side. Larry, talk to me, man. You know Seattle better than anybody, man. What did the Seattle have to do to get this dub?
Play what they've been doing all season. That's it. Don't get cute. Don't get away from the game plan. Just come out and play the game plan. I mean, I'm not being funny, but the Patriots have caught some breaks.
Yeah.
They've caught some real good breaks. And Seattle, to me, I just feel like one, they had a much tougher road, but just because like I said, I'm a Niner fan. I've seen 2 of their games in entirety, and I've watched a few, with the playoffs, but not just in general. A lot of their games. That defense. Hey,
Hmm.
look, Lawrence, bro. Hey, that boy say, man, I need to go get me a championship. I'm not gonna win one in Dallas. Excuse me, Cowboy fans, but he is playing for a championship. That defense is real, and that's really what's been carrying them. That defense has been carrying them. Um, I don't know what Cooper Cup has done for Jackson Smith, but that boy is damn near unstoppable. Like it's so crazy that you watch these games, right? And you watch these games now, and it's like Sam Darnold, the old Sam Darnold. Then now you see the new Sam Darnold, right? And then you see how Sam Darnold was coached, and then now you see how Sam Darnold is coached now. I think we all watched that game last year in the playoffs with the Vikings. That was a meltdown. But looking at Sam Darnold now, you kind of question Kevin O'Connell, like, dude, what were you calling? Like, remember we talked about it a little bit on the show. We was like, Sam Darnold struggling. Why are you not running the ball? Why you just still keep doing these, predictable passes, drop backs that you can see the play coming a mile away, right? And what Mike McDonald has done is, if you watch the games, is like he never abandons the run. He lets Sam Donald, hey Sam, make this 10-yard pass. Hey Sam, make this 3-yard pass. Hey Sam, are you comfortable now? Yes. Okay, we might take a shot here. He doesn't try to make Sam Donald into more than what Sam Donald is, and I don't see the Patriots having enough to beat Seattle. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think I called it last year. I don't think this game is gonna be close.
It's weird because you guys know I am not a Patriot fan by no stretch of the imagination. But what Seattle has done both offensively and defensively this year has been spectacular. And so I do expect Seattle to win. But I don't think it'll be as large of a margin as people think. If I'm looking at it right now, and again, I kind of am. The line for this one, excuse me, my computer loads up. It's 4.5.
Oh, give me that.
Yeah, I'll take that
Yeah,
all
give me
day.
that. Yeah.
So
I'll take it.
it's
I'll take it because, dude, I'm this like I say, this is the way I look at the game, right? Vrabel, he's gonna try to keep it close, but because Mike McDaniel, he's on that hardball staff,
Mhm.
I think he has enough experience to say, look, no, this is what we're gonna do. This is how we're gonna win the game. And I think it's just I think Seattle just has too much for him, bro.
Seattle's gonna be a game. It's gonna be a game, but coach, man, how does New England pull off the upset, if you will, and get this done?
They have to force turnovers. They have to do exactly what they've done throughout this playoff run. They have to make Sam Darnold uncomfortable. They have to make him see those ghosts again that he saw when he was playing with the Jets. They have to they have to, like, they need chaos because the Seahawks are very controlled, very structured. Like I said, they don't deviate from their plan too much. This is what it is. They don't really do anything exotic. It's like we're gonna run the ball, play action. We're gonna hit Smith and Jigma on these these like intermediates. Cooper Cup is gonna handle like underneath. It's like this the Seahawks. It's beautiful because it's simple. There's beauty in the simplicity of what the Seahawks do on offense. On defense, that's where things get crazy. Can Drake May get to this defense? Can that offensive line protect Drake May?
That's the
Because
bigger question now.
that's
Yeah.
the bigger thing. If they can keep Drake May upright, if they can keep him from running for his life, which he might well be, then I can see the Patriots is like, again, if the Patriots can keep this thing close, if they're within that 4.5, going into the fourth quarter, look, one play can change everything. But I think the Patriots, they need a big special teams play. They're gonna need like a pick six or something like that, like a fumble recovery. They're gonna need something. They're gonna need a quick change type of play when this thing is close to like kind of tilt it to their way. Because like I think Seattle is gonna win this game. Like I said, give me that 4.5. I'll buy it up to 7. Be honest with you. But like yeah, it's just that's how Seattle can lose this game if they just kind of like if they deviate from the plan. If Vrabel and that defense can initiate enough chaos and have Sam Darnold kind of overthinking and have him get him off his mark, so to speak. But I don't know, like that's how New England can win, but I think Seattle does because I just think that defense will just have Drake May running for his life all day long. And
Yeah.
I think that when you look at the Patriots run, it's like they played the Chargers, who don't have the best offensive line. They played the Texans, who don't have the best offensive line and a quarterback who's a moron. And they played the Broncos, who were without their quarterback. In a game that was just like, again, Sean Payton had a questionable decision in that game, and then they took advantage of that and they won by the final score. Like, so it's just the Seahawks have been tested. They've been in some fights. They've been more tested than the Patriots have, and that's not saying anything about the Patriots, but it's just like the Patriots have had an easier road to Santa Clara than the Seahawks do, and I think the Seahawks are better for it.
Yeah.
Because look, I always say this, and we say this a lot. It's like tell me how the Patriots get to 20 points, something that they haven't done a whole lot of. And they're
Yeah.
going to need to
Yeah.
score. They're going to need to score at least 20 points against the Seahawks team.
On
So
defense as
again,
well, they just have to get a turnover, strip sack, or something.
and I was like, it goes back to what I said. They're going to need a punt return, fumble return, like a pick six, something like that. They're going to 7 of those points are going to have to be from the defense.
Yeah.
And then maybe the offense can kind of figure it out and stuff like that. But it's just that's my thing. It's like, can the Patriots get to 20 points? That's their only way. Because again, unless they can like I said, initiate chaos and have Sam Darnold, look like New York Jets Sam Darnold and not even Minnesota Sam Darnold, and they definitely don't want this Sam Darnold the way he's been playing this year to show up. So, yeah, like I'm not gonna say the Patriots don't have a shot. I don't think it's gonna be a blowout, but I could see something like 24-13, something like that, like
So that's
27.
yeah. Yeah.
27-16, something like that. Some in that realm. But like I don't see like just a total blowout though. But I do see a Seattle controlled this game from start to finish. The Patriots defense is actually pretty good. So I can see I can see this. I can see the Seahawks like, hey, and in the final from here is 23-10. You know, so I can see that. So like, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I look at it like this: the Patriots defense is very, very good. You know, you got Stephon Diggs, you got some weapons on the offensive side of the ball. For Mike Vrabel and Drake May. I haven't seen the lights get too bright for the second year quarterback in Drake May, but these are the brightest of lights that he's going to have to deal with. And, you know, Mike McDonald's defensive scheme is insane. If I'm going to predict a score, I mean, the line is 4.5. I'll probably say Patriots lose this one by 7. You know, I just think that, well, you know what? I'll say 9. I think they win it pretty comfortably, but not by. I don't think it's going to be a large margin. I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he said, "Give me Seattle 45-10." I'm like, "Bro, this isn't Madden.
No,
This isn't Madden."
I think
23-16, 23-10, something like
sorry,
that.
sorry,
23-13, 23-13, you know, something like that.
Yeah.
I'm but like this. Me, my bad, Aaron. But if Vrabel mucks it up, yeah, I see one of them scores. But if Vrabel don't like muck it up, try to like ball control and stuff like that, dude, I could easily see Seattle winning by 2 touchdowns.
But I mean, that's how the Patriots have gotten here. They've mucked it up and they play, close games, and they've caught some. They've caught some breaks and gotten some quarterbacks that haven't been up to par. And
I'm gonna say it like this. I'm gonna put it like this, and it's near and dear to me and Steve. But if you look at that Patriots and Texans game,
oh boy,
if CJ has 1 turnover, they blow the Patriots out. I'm just being honest.
If he has 3.
Yeah,
he has 3.
Remember we said that if he had, they would have won the game if he only had 3. What that was easily within their realm, bro. Like I said, the Seattle team, I could see them winning by 2 touchdowns, especially coming off of that Rams game. And
that Rams game was tough.
Like you said, Aaron, these are the brightest of lights. That Patriots team is young. That Seattle team got some vets, and they got former Super Bowl MVP Cooper Kupp. They got some vets on to keep these guys in line and say, hey, look, the Super Bowl, bring your ass in at night. The Super Bowl, hey, cut that media time down, bring your ass on.
Yeah, Cooper Kupp, a guy who's been there, he's going to be very important because the Seahawks are pretty young too. They got a lot of young guys on that team too.
But they got
Cooper Kupp, a guy who's been there.
Yeah, they got to write a make vets.
Yeah. So looking forward to that game. We'll probably break that down at length going into next week. But before we move off the NFL, man, we got a couple coaches to talk about. I wish Villain was in the building, but Matt Nagy is now the new offensive coordinator for the New York Jets.
Yeah, that's
something that came out of left field for me because I was not expecting that. Since we were last on, the Browns have fired Monken as their new head coach. Jim Schwartz has kind of gone the way of the dodo bird, if you will. Get in where you fit in, man. Larry, talk to me, man. These coaches' moves, man. How do you feel?
Hey, Coach, you want to take this first, man? Because I need to gather my thoughts, man.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. So like with Matt Nagy, I don't know. Like this is a situation where I feel like Harbaugh giving carte blanche. Go get who you want. You can, we're sparing no expense. And then Matt Nagy's the guy who you bring in. Like, but then again, I think about it and it's like, look, Matt Nagy, with the weapons that he would have at his disposal, I don't think he's the worst choice. I just feel like there are better choices because, I mean, Nagy's a guy who he's had like this type of talent before, and he did pretty well with it. I mean, and then like things were okay in Chicago until they weren't, and it's just like if he would have had the level of talent in Chicago that they have now, then maybe things are a little bit better. But I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's uninspiring if you're a Giants fan because maybe you wanted like a sexier name, but Harbaugh, it looks like he wants to try to go a different direction than previously he went like in Baltimore. So, I mean, that's the only thing I can say for it. It's just like, I don't know. Like you hear the name Matt Nagy, and it's just like it don't do nothing for you. And you in his recent failures are
Well
well known.
documented.
Well documented.
Well
So
documented.
it's just, but again, it's like in the league of guys getting second and third and fourth chances, and like a guy like Eric Bieniemy going back to Kansas City and stuff like that. This happens. And like I said, if I'm a Giants fan, I would be just like meh. I wouldn't hate
I'm
it
mad
though.
at it.
Yeah, I
I
wouldn't
ain't
hate it
mad at
though.
it.
Yeah.
Again, I wish Villain was on to talk about it, but since he ain't, we going to. Larry, talking to him. What's your head at, big dog?
Dude. So the first thing I gotta say when I bring up Matt Nagy, you know what the last young quarterback he had?
Caleb Williams.
I'm talking about first round draft pick. He didn't have Caleb. What's gotta have Caleb?
Matt Nagy didn't have Caleb
No,
Williams in Chicago?
no. What's gotta had him? He was the D coordinator for Dallas last year. He had Caleb.
Okay.
Mitch Trubisky. Do you
Eh,
want Matt
what was
Nagy?
that?
Do you want Matt Nagy being the person to oversee your rookie? Now, it's different when you got Patrick Mahomes, but your rookie quarterback, considering the last rookie quarterback he had, and we all saw how bad that ended up happening.
Hold on. In fairness,
Hey,
Jackson Dart is significantly better than
Mhm.
Mr. Trubisky was on his best day.
How do you know
And Jackson
that?
Dart's the kind of quarterback that will work well in Nagy's system, like the kind of West Coast, like 1-2-3 throw type. So just saying,
I mean, and
I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
maybe I'm just one of them dudes that I feel like you could have got somebody better. Like,
No doubt.
I mean, yeah, that's what I said. It's like he's not exciting. You know what I'm saying? But
But then when you look at it though, like I put in the chat earlier, I'm like, dude, you've been a head coach before, you've been an OC before, and you don't call plays. Like Andy Reid don't even let you call plays. Like just sit in the corner, man, and hold the title down because I need to have somebody hold the title. Like that would be the thing that I would kind of question. And like I said, bro, you don't want to see where Jackson Dart comes off this, really good rookie season and then he starts to regress. And that would be my thing. Matt Nagy is not like, like I said, he's like the mid higher. It's like, yeah, but we didn't have anybody else. And that's what other thing that kind of caught my attention was, if y'all noticed, he wasn't let go in Kansas City. They just brought back Airbnb.
yeah.
If you question it,
Yeah,
like,
I looked for that last week. I was like, I didn't see anything that said he was fired. They just brought back
no,
the enemy.
he was Bieniemy was hired when Matt Nagy was just interviewing. Matt Nagy hadn't, been a finalist. He wasn't signed a contract. Nothing. It's kind of like, the Andy Reid said, you know what? I need to let Eric Bieniemy back in. And Eric Bieniemy called plays, but Matt Nagy didn't. I'm just saying, it makes you question it. And and I know Barry, he's probably fuming right now, but this would really make me question the Matt Nagy hire. If you had like Harbaugh was a offensive guy, like you said, like an Andy Reid, and like I'm calling the plays, okay, Matt Nagy, you coming in, just work with him on mechanics, whatever, because I'm gonna call the plays anyway. Harbaugh's not that guy. He's not that offensive guy. Like, dude, Steve, we all know who calls the defense on the Texans. D'Amico. D'Amico calls that. I'm a Niner fan. Who calls the offense on the Niners? Shanahan. Bro, like, dude, like, but Harbaugh's not that guy. So now you're turning the play calling and the development over your rookie, your second year quarterback to Matt Nagy. Yeah. But I would pivot away for that. The thing that pissed me off the most, bro, me and CK, we had a whole in-depth conversation about this, right? You know who won the battle in Cleveland? Barry.
Yeah.
Him and Stefanski, they have been getting into it. Barry has been in his bag. I've been saying that. He drafted Shadua with the intentions on Shadua playing, right? We saw what was happening. We saw how Kevin Stefanski tried to sabotage this guy, right? So one of the reasons why people was not enthusiastic about interviewing for the Browns job is, right?
The essay and everything.
Yeah, the essay and the diorama you had to make and all that stuff like that. Yeah.
And you know what one of the questions was on the essay?
No.
How would you develop Shador Sanders? That was one of the main topics of the essay you had to
I
turn
mean, it
in.
had to have been part of the interview process for sure.
Yes. And then now you hire Monken, right? And we've all seen Dylan Gabriel. We've seen Shador. Those are the two quarterbacks they have left on their roster, right? Give or take if they draft one,
They
right?
got the other guy too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, whoever that guy is. But that was part of their essay for you to hire the job. And you know what Monken comes out and says today? He's not QB number one, and that's to be determined.
I don't watch
Why
the press conference. I saw clips of him talking about Jim Schwartz. So
is this dude? Does this not say dysfunction?
the whole
It doesn't say
organization.
dysfunction. It says he's trying to like just trying to put everybody on an even playing field. He's not, it's not like again. I don't think he's like saying, oh, like I don't. It'll work out. He's a new coach. He's trying to like kind of like smooth things over a little bit. I mean, I think he understands like what's going on here. Like the previous coach got fired because of the relationship with Shador Sanders, and he just doesn't want to come and just give. He wants Shador to earn it. I think that's what I got out of it. You know what I'm saying?
I could see if he said it's going to be a competition. We're going to see who comes out on
So if it's a
top.
competition, he's not QB1. That they don't have a QB1. He wants him to earn it.
He didn't even say. He just clearly said he's not.
He's a
QB1.
Pro Bowler. He's earned it.
He's a Pro Bowler. Okay. Yeah.
I mean, hey, look, I'm more like this, dude. I ain't gonna lie. Under them circumstances that Stefanski did to him last year, I would have been like, hey, he's the starter until proven otherwise. Because what that
So
dude
you're
did,
arguing semantics because he didn't come out and name Shador Sanders as the QB1.
well, why would you not do that if that was part of the essay for you to get the job?
Bruh, again,
It's not needed. It's like did he need to go stand up there and be like, okay, so then question 3 on the essay was what's your favorite childhood memory of football, and then this is how he didn't need to go through all that. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Maybe I'm just one of the dudes. I was like, man, you could have just took the political way and just said, you know what, we'll see who's the best coming out of camp or something. Take the political way out of it instead of just clearly just saying he's not QB number one.
he's saying the same thing that you're saying, but just a different way.
yeah. But because he didn't say we'll have a competition or we'll see who the best player is or whatever the case may be, like he flat out said he is not the QB1 currently. You're arguing
And then as soon as the mini camp depth chart comes out and Shador is QB number 1, like we probably all anticipate, then what? It's like he doesn't need to name him QB1 right now. It's February. It's February 3rd. You don't need to do that right now.
Steve, you know what? That's the even crazier part about it. Like, dude, I'm one of the people that I feel like, man, you should be aware of your surroundings. And for you to come out and say that, and one of the things that have been talked about all last year, why was he so far on the depth chart? Why was he down? We literally had that whole debate about it. Why was he? I feel like at this point you should have just said, I get it, he's a rookie coach. He probably made him make a rookie mistake.
He's a rookie coach. He's been a coach before. Tom Monken's not a rookie coach. But speaking of other coaches, before we press on, the Arizona Cardinals have hired Michael LaFleur to be their new head coach.
Collar, get your game joystick hand ready.
I don't even. Oh my god, I don't even know where to start with this one. Mike LaFleur becomes the new head coach in Arizona. We talked about it last week as the Arizona Cardinals being arguably the worst landing spot for anybody. Not so much because of the players, but the ownership. And Mike LaFleur gets that particular job. Coach, man, where's your head at with this, bro?
Like I said, like the Cardinals, worst ownership, probably the worst roster, top to bottom. That was like of the teams out there that needed new coaches. And then here's something like I don't know, and this is what goes to the bad ownership. It's like because if you get a proven coach with a track record, any kind of track record, even a coach like Saleh wouldn't give the Cardinals the time of day because he's going to come in and he's going to command things be run a certain way, and you can do that. You can expect a rookie coach, a guy who's just loving opportunity. I want to coach. I want to be a head coach. The Cardinals have hired. I think this might be their 5th first time coach in a row. They've hired. They don't hire coaches with experience for a reason. You know, because you think like Kingsbury and then Wilkes and then like all these guys, Gannon, they've been hired. Like I said, I don't have the list in front of me, but I'm
Yeah.
thinking about it, and it's like they hire all these guys who've never head coached before because they're bad ownership, because they don't want somebody coming in there and seeing how the things are really ran and be like, oh man, this is terrible. We need to change this and change, because it's like the Bidwells have done things the way they do it forever, and I think people are just now kind of starting to see, like, you know what, they're quite possibly the worst ownership group in the NFL, and it's terrible. And again, I don't know what the future holds for this Cardinals franchise. I don't know. LaFleur might end up being a really good coach. I mean, but it's just like the deck is stacked against them, because again, roster. I don't think they have a whole lot of money. They need to figure out what they're going to do with Kyler Murray. It's just that they have some pieces there, but they just it's and then the division they're in. They're in the basement of maybe the best division in football,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be hard climbing out of that basement. And I don't see the three teams in front of them getting worse anytime soon. So all that is the reason why I thought that was the worst job. And I mean, look, big ups to LaFleur. I hope it goes well for him. But man, he has quite the mountain to climb. Like I said, worst team, worst roster in the best division. Two of the teams in your division just played for the NFC Championship game, and one's in the Super Bowl.
One of the Super
And
a big game.
yeah, I'm sorry, the Super Bowl. Like, and so it's just like, so you I don't know. Like I said, it's crazy. It's like, I have a friend of mine who lives out in Arizona, and he bleeds red, and it's just like I'm trying to get him to understand, like, dog, like, y'all not even in the basement. Y'all are 6 feet under the basement. Okay, it's like
How long before LaFleur gets out of there,
3 years.
Larry?
Uh, I mean, it's some teams that you just they come out and they put on their uniforms every Sunday and they attempt to play
Cut
a
the
game.
check.
Yeah,
I mean,
they're contractually obligated to play 17 games. They have to play 17 games a season. Now, do they have to win? Do they have to really compete? No, but they have to play by law. They have to play 17 games.
do you know what? And I'm talking about the Cardinals, right? Because I see them so damn much. But I'll say this, right? And me and Steve, we talked about this, right? Steve, remember when I told you, I said, man, when D'Amico got hired, I was like, will Texas ownership give him what he needs? Because there are some owners, and we all know there's a lot of owners in the NFL that they want to turn a profit, but they also want to win a championship. Some owners, you know what they want to do? See that bottom line. They want to win. They don't want to really win a championship, quote unquote, but they want to turn a profit. And that's what I see with the Cardinals. I'm be honest with you. I think that the Bidwells, they're like, you know what? Did we turn a profit this year? Okay. Did we finish 0-83? Yeah. We didn't even play 83 games, but we 0-83. Okay, cool. We're fine with that. And I think that's one of the reasons why they bring in, some of these, like you say, first time coaches, because they're not going to command the money. And it's just, I'm being honest, from the foreseeable future, I don't see them even getting close to the playoffs. Think about it. You got to play 2 games against your division opponents. I mean, you got to see my Niners twice a year. You got to see the Rams twice a year. And I mean, you got to see Seattle twice a year. We all said are full of young stars. Young stars. So that means these guys ain't going nowhere no time soon. You will see Sam Darnold for at least 4 years. Hey,
they're gonna pay him this offseason for sure.
Yeah. Oh, they already paid him. He signed what it was, a 4-year contract.
Yeah, when he got there, they paid, but it's like the language in it is like, but they gonna like lock that. They gonna lock the rest of that up though. Yeah.
So you got to see him, give or take what Matthew Stafford do, but I'm quite sure they'll find somebody to come in. It's like, hey,
yeah. When the Rams trade for Joe Burrow, then we'll be sitting here like, oh, here we go. Like,
yeah, we
got to do that. That's crazy work.
Go throw the Puka and Devontae and McVay. We'll find some guys in the 3rd round. We don't care about draft. They would probably literally trade 7 first-round draft picks for Joe Burrow because they don't give 2 craps.
Yeah, they don't care. They don't care about the picks. No, they don't care.
Okay. But yeah, I just don't see that I don't see that job as a job that somebody would take. Now, do I expect them to be competitive to some degree? Because LaFleur, like I said, I'm quite sure his brother gonna probably help him out a little bit. He has a good pedigree coming, under that Green Bay offense, but we'll see.
Another guy who got hired, Clint Kubiak is now the new head
That's
coach
the one I
of
like.
the Vegas Raiders. So that's the guy I wanted us to get in Pittsburgh. We chose to go a different direction.
You would have waited.
And I do like the staff for putting together, but I say that steal a conversation for later on next week. But
That
Clint
Kool-Aid
Kubiak is not the head coach.
is it red or green Kool-Aid? Which one you drinking, man?
Shut your face. Clint Kubiak is
No,
now
no,
a
no,
Las
no. Because
Vegas
real
Raiders.
quick, it's like McCarthy's doing what I said he should do: be CEO more than coach. And look, I just live here. I'm not even a Steeler fan, but I live here. And it's like I like what he's doing so far with the staff. Just saying.
I do too. I do too. I do too. I'm not gonna hold you. I love what he's doing with the staff.
Who's gonna call a timeout?
Well, he ain't
That's what
perfect,
training camp is for, Larry. That's why when they go to Latrobe, they'll start to figure that out. Okay.
You better still be going on the troll, but that's another conversation another day.
All right.
But yeah, so I like that, man. Larry, you said you liked it as well, man. Talk to me.
Oh man, dude. So we all know what the Kubiaks are known for. Zone blocking. Dude. Gentry is probably gonna have a really good season, dude. Zone blocking, dude. You can find a guy off the street and be like, you know what? He ran for only 998 yards because we were zone blocking. That's just the product of the system, right? Like I said, Kubiak, pedigree, man. Like, dude, you could tell that Seattle offense is his offense. Mike McDonald, that's not his background. That's not. You can tell he's calling the defensive plays, but he probably like, you know what, Clint, you go and you do whatever you need to do with this offense, and that offense is humming. And when you think about how he's worked to get like Jackson Smith open, you could see plays that he called that it's just like, okay, the guy's wide open. How did he get wide open? Because of the play calling, right? Y'all know me. I'm a Kyle. Yeah, I'm a Kyle fan. And he worked under Kyle too. So I'm a Kyle fan. So when you see him and you look at the Raiders, right? And you say to yourself, okay, they gotta figure out this Max Crosby situation, right? They gotta figure that out. But now you got a Gentry and a zone blocking. I think which guy he'll kind of be that gatekeeper at first. What's the quarterback they got? I forgot his name.
They got Geno.
Yeah, Geno. He'll be the gatekeeper until Sanchez is. What's the name?
Mendoza. He's
Mendoza's
starting
ready.
day one. He's starting day one.
I think Mendoza starts day one too. Yeah, day one.
If he shows it in camp, I think they will. But I don't think Brady. Nah, I don't think Brady will be like, hey, if he's not 100% ready, not rushing. I think Brady's gonna inject a little bit and say, hey, you know what? If he wilds us in camp and we can't not keep him on the bench, start it. But if we see some things he needs to work on, let's not rush it. But dude, imagine that dude getting Brock Bowers open. Brock Bowers was getting open with what's called arcade play calling. Dude, and on top of that, not only do you get the first pick in the first round, you get the first pick in the second, first pick in the third. Yeah, I think that was a really, really good hire. I would want to see the staff that he assembles. He's got to bring in a couple of vet coaches. And I want to see who his DC gonna be, but I like that hire, dude. That's the one I thought y'all were gonna get. I would have loved to see.
I wanted him bad. I wanted him bad. He was number 2 on my list. I wanted Flores and he was number 2, but
and the only thing is, remember I keep saying that, dude, Steeler fans, how would they have reacted to not playing smash mouth running game, but playing zone blocking running game?
We didn't care because we wanted to score points.
Yeah.
I
don't think you care how you score the points. Yeah.
And that's the thing that's making this Mike McCarthy thing palatable, because we know we're going to be able to score points. Now, defensively, hopefully, what I'm saying, these defensive coordinator come in and do some things, but it makes it palatable because we now should be able to score points, which is something that we haven't done in 8 years. So,
Yeah.
anyhow, let me jump off football real quick.
Oh, Steve, you don't want to talk about Clint Kubiak, man?
I mean,
Oh yeah,
if
go
it's
ahead.
okay, yeah, if it's all right, I got a few things to add.
I thought about Steve,
Um,
man. Steve, you want to talk about Clint Kubiak for the
no,
Raiders?
I'll make this quick because again, it's like me and Larry was going back and forth talking about this, like, and it's just with the Raiders offensive line is not good. It's one of the worst in the NFL. But with this zone blocking scheme, you don't really need five good offensive linemen. You need good interior linemen. You need fast interior linemen. You need guys who can get to that spot because we all know the zone blocking scheme is not about blocking the guy, it's blocking the area, like protecting the area on the field. So the Raiders are going to they need to get some big fast guys on the interior, get the big guys on the outside. It's not going to take much for the Raiders to quote unquote fix this offensive line, especially with that scheme. And then with Genty, a guy who ran in a kind of zone scheme, like spread scheme at Boise State, he's probably loving this. He is probably loving every second of this. He's probably like, licking his chops at that. And then, you're going to bring in Mendoza or whoever is going to be the quarterback, Brock Bowers. I mean, you have the kid, I forget how to say his first name, Zaire White. He's going to be their Charbonnet. You know what I'm saying? Where and then like Genty's gonna be the Ken Walker. We gonna like compare it to the team he with now. So you have your Ken Walker and your Charbonnet, and they're gonna do really well on offense. Again, they have a Max Crosby problem. Max, they got to figure what they're gonna do with him. And then the sooner they figure that out, the better for the franchise. And I wouldn't be shocked to see like a draft day trade or something close to the draft because again, the Raiders need dudes. They need a bunch of them. So they need picks to get those dudes. So with a big piece like Matt Crosby hanging out there, I could see them moving him for some more picks or maybe even a player swap or whatever. I don't know, but I think it's a really good hire. Again, Mark Davis, he isn't like his dad, where he's like his dad was just so hands on and so in the middle of things and trying to like, you know, suggest plays to run and stuff like that. He's kind
The
of
Raiders
hands
are
off.
second in cap space too, by the way. They can sign
Yeah,
some
yeah,
dudes.
yeah. I didn't know how much. I know they had a little money, but like second is cap space. So it's like, again, the Nevada tax isn't bad. It's not as bad as people think it is. So I like I said, I think this is a great hire. I think of the available coaches, I think Kubiak fits the Raiders the best because of what they already have there. So what they already have plus what they can get, I think this was a slam dunk hire by the Raiders, and kudos to him for bringing in Kubiak. So
Yeah, that was huge. That was huge.
Hey,
Thank you for
Steve,
that.
Steve, dude, think about this, bro. Like, what did the Patriots do? They brought in Drake May, right? Now we didn't, like what they did, kind of quote unquote with the OJ Mayo thing, but they were first in cap space. They spent that money. They spent the money, and you see where they at now, right? Dude, I don't know why you looking like that. The Patriots spent a lot of money in free agency, bro. A
Okay,
lot.
so here's how my face is scrunched up. Okay, we just got done talking about how the Patriots got some fortuitous bounces and this, that, and the third, and played some very favorable matchups. So we can't use the fact that they made free agent signings as a reason as to why they are currently in the Super Bowl.
No,
You
that's
just
not what I said. I just said they could easily make the turnaround. Like the Patriots had a good season, regardless if they made the
I
Super Bowl
mean
or
they're
not.
playing in the Super Bowl, yeah. So
Yeah,
that
yeah,
would signify they
yeah,
had a good season, yes.
yeah. Just say playoffs excluded. They had a good season. It was a turnaround. You saw the improvement. They spent the
Mhm.
money. If the Raiders spend the money, you bring in a Kubiak. Uh, I'm gonna just say that me personally, I think Max could get you a first and a second, or maybe a first and a third.
Easily,
Easily,
easily.
easily,
Yeah. Oh
easily,
yeah.
Send
easily.
him up the road from me to Washington,
Yeah.
man. Them boys
Oh,
will
they
pay
might
out
give
the
you two.
wazoo, and they
Yeah, they
got
might give
bread.
you two first.
Yeah, the
They might give
Commanders
you two first.
they'll give you a couple firsts
Yeah,
probably.
they give you a couple
They got
first.
bread.
So if you move Max, right, and then you do say you draft Mendoza. What is Mendoza's strengths? Quick, accurate passing. If you running a Kubiak offense, it's a quote unquote West Coast. What quarterbacks thrive in West Coast offense? Quick, accurate quarterbacks. I could see them easily making a quote unquote Patriots like jump if they sign the right guys, and move Matt Crosby. I could see them making a
Yeah,
Here
and take
is
advantage
my
of a last play schedule like the Patriots
yeah,
did too.
and take
well, I mean,
advantage of
here's
a
the only
KC
reason for
without
that.
Mahomes. You got a Chargers with a can't find an offensive line,
But they got Mike McDaniel, who's an offensive genius.
and
And the Chargers did make the playoffs, even though they didn't play well. They did make the
yeah,
playoffs
but I'm
last year. It's a
saying
playoff team.
they could easily move. I'm gonna say they could be second in that division.
There's no way.
Best case scenario, they could be second.
Yeah, very like I said, very best
Yeah,
case playing that
very
last place. Like that's like very, but I don't see it
I
because
don't
I
That
see.
feel
helped.
I still
That helped the
Well,
Patriots too. The Patriots had the easiest schedule all year.
they had the Jets, who
Yeah.
were pathetic in that division. You had the Dolphins, who for the first half of the year couldn't get right. You had the Bills with the Bills, and then you had the
But
Patriots.
that's
So
why nobody took them serious because their schedule was so easy. Nobody took them serious.
we'll see, man. I mean, heck, I mean it's the 3rd of February. My man Larry thinks that the Vegas Raiders could potentially be the second team in the
I said they
AFC
could.
West. I
I
don't. I
said
don't. I don't.
they could make a jump.
That's one hell of a jump.
I mean, it's a hell of a jump. I mean, but I see what Larry's saying was like it looks very similar to what the Patriots did last year, to where it's like the last play schedule that they got money to spend. They're going to have a young quarterback. They're going to have they're going to look. The Raiders defense isn't terrible. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Even if you take Max Crosby away, the Raiders defense isn't terrible. So it's just I could see them turning this thing around and being in position now. Second in the AFC West, I don't think so because like I don't think the Chiefs are going to totally fall off the face of the planet. The Broncos were a hurt quarterback away from probably playing Sunday instead of the Patriots. So I don't think the Broncos are going anywhere. So I mean, that puts them. I mean, the Chargers. I mean, like
look at it like this. Too.
The Raiders are still the 4th best team in the division.
Look at it like this. So let's say we subscribe to what Larry is suggesting. Even in Drake May's first year, they went 4-12.
That's what I'm saying. But they could
So,
easily make that jump. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying they would do it in Mendoza's first year, but second
we'll
year,
see.
you never know.
We'll see.
Hey,
We'll see.
you never know,
We'll
bro.
see.
And like I say, I'm not being that guy like that, Steve. But dude, the Patriots, the Chiefs are getting a little long in the tooth, bro. So they could be third.
Everybody keeps talking about this fall off the magic carpet that they're on. I don't see it.
Like I said, if you told me right now, like again, it's like the Broncos, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. That is the order of the AFC West.
That's kind of where I'm at.
And I don't see that dramatically changing anytime soon. At least, like again, the Raiders could surprise. I mean, but it's like the Raiders winning 8 games next year would be great for them.
It'd be
that would be fantastic.
The Raiders win 8 games. The Giants win 8 games. Like Barry's gonna be on here doing flips.
Raiders fans would sign that contract in blood. If you told them right now on February 3rd, since we referencing today's date so much, like if you told a Raiders fan, I know a bunch of Raiders fans. If I told my boy Charles right now, hey, y'all winning 8 games next year, he'd be like, give me the knife right now. So yeah.
I mean, because of all the jobs that was open, the Raiders job wasn't that bad. People was making it seem like it was the worst. Next to the Cardinals, the worst one, but I'm like, it's not.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
I don't like the Raiders job because of the pieces that they had around them. And I understand with the first overall draft pick, you get Mendoza, but like you don't have really receivers to speak of much.
Have you seen a guy named Brock Bowers?
He's a tight end. Yeah,
he's a tight end in position only. He's not a tight end. He's a pass catcher. He
doesn't block well. The offensive line is trash, and you don't really have much receivers to talk about.
He catches the ball very, very.
Yeah, he's a pass catcher. Well. It's like he's positionless. He's an offensive pass catcher. That's what he do.
The ball very well. You can scheme
that's why they have Mayer.
You can scheme up against who?
That's why they had Mayer. Mayer blocked. Forget that's the tight end they took the year before.
Yeah, from Notre Dame. I remember that.
From Notre Dame.
Yeah. Mayer blocks, but and like I said, I didn't see it as one of the worst jobs because, like I said, you have Max Crosby. Either you keep him and he's Max Crosby's amazing, or you trade him and you get something for him. And then, like I said, Genty, should I feel like they should have took him that early? No, shouldn't have taken him that early. But if you put Genty in a zone blocking scheme, I think you're gonna see a little bit of Boise State, like Steve said. And I didn't see the Raiders, and then you're sitting on all the number one overall pick. I didn't see that as the worst job. How people were trying to make it out to be.
I mean, I can respect it. I just felt as though the Raiders would be a tall task, but you know, it helps when you get the right guy. I definitely feel as though Kubiak is the right guy.
Mhm.
Switching over to basketball, man, we got a lot to talk about, man. Before we get going, give some final scores. The Lakers beat the Nets, 125 to 109. The Knicks beat up on the Wizards, as everybody else does, 132 101. The Utah Jazz, who has been very busy today,
Aaron,
beat up,
Aaron,
yeah.
rip the fucking band-aid off, bro. Let's get
Let
into the
me talk.
trades,
Let
man.
me talk. Let
Let's
me
get into
go.
the
Let me
trades,
go.
bro.
Let me
Dude,
go. Big
rip
wins.
the fucking band-aid off.
Oh, good
Pistons
grief.
beat the Pistons beat the Nuggets. We got some other games in progress.
We don't
Man,
care about
look, man, look. I'm with Larry. Look, man, ain't nobody else
Let's
here but
go.
us, man. Ladies and gentlemen, for the rest from now on to the rest of the show, welcome to the launch pad.
Launchpad,
this
let's
is
go.
hey, unfiltered launch pad.
Yeah,
My
ain't
boy
nobody else here
turn
but
it
us.
off.
You know,
Yeah,
ain't
my
nobody else
boy.
here. So it's like might as well like,
Hey, look.
ladies and gentlemen, watching on YouTube and everything else and listening on Spotify. Welcome to the launch pad.
The great Reverend Doctor Simmons, please turn it off, man. Look, we are going unfiltered.
Ridiculous.
Hey,
Y'all
All
let the
right, man.
motherfucker.
Trade
Y'all let the
deadline is on Thursday, man. We've had some moves being made already, but Larry, where's your head at, big dog?
this motherfucker Jabari Smith is still on our fucking team. How in the hell?
yeah.
How
As of right now, he is
how
still a member of the
as
Houston
a
Rockets team. Yes.
great fucking how in the hell is this? And I get it, everybody like, oh, he's been playing better. He's bro, I literally been getting to him, my homeboy. He's like, dude, look at the upside. We're in year 4. Fuck the upside. We're in year 4. You are who you are. And to sit up and say, you saw, I would have loved to see the homecoming. Bring Harden back. If it sacrificed Jabari to get Harden, move him out of here. Dude, I ain't even gonna lie. If we would have jumped in on that 3 team and they said, you know what, you can get Garland, send Jabari up out of here, bro. I would have been like, hey, bro, your bag's already packed at the door. Get the hell off the Rockets, bro. And at this point, to get I'm gonna say a good point guard or somebody who I feel like will put us over the top. Hey, read your bag packs too. Hey, Tari, you know what? We just threw your shit in the duffel bag, dude. I'm at the point now, bro. It's like the Rockies are gonna fuck around and have it where you're right below the Thunder if you make one move. All you need to do is get them into a series, and you could possibly get into the finals. And they're sitting around and everybody, like, oh, Raphael Stone knows what he's doing. You're sitting around and you fucking around and letting your competition get better than you. And we know how that is in the NBA. When your competition get better than you know what end up happening? You're sitting
You
around
getting beat.
watching the playoffs.
You getting beat.
It's like it's so good to need a point guard.
I wish I would have known that Garland was available.
Yeah, nobody knew.
Okay.
I didn't know that till last. I didn't know that till
I
yesterday.
didn't realize that until earlier that Darius Garland was available. I would have been like, yeah, send them all to Cleveland. Send them all.
Yes, yes, yes.
I didn't.
And a couple of first.
I heard the news yesterday while I was watching the Clippers game, and they said James Harden is potentially going to Cleveland for Darius Garland. I hit y'all up in the group, and I was like, "Hold up, say what?"
Yeah, I had no idea. What do you mean? What
Bro,
do you mean Darius Garland's available?
bro.
Yet Stone is sitting there like, I don't know.
I
Like,
refuse. I refuse to get excited anymore. I said that to you guys a little bit ago. I refuse to get excited because even with Garland and Harden moving, there are still moves that can be made, and we ain't doing a damn thing about it. We ain't doing nothing.
Bro, I literally, me and my boy was going
Obi
back and
White would
forth.
have been nice.
I told him, I said, dude, Harden, I live in Houston. You know how much Harden is in Houston? All day, every day. This dude is probably 50% in LA and 50% in Houston. And people like, they thinking about the old James Harden. I'm like, no, no, no. Look at now James Harden. James Harden is a facilitator. He's literally led the league in assists, what, like 3 out of the last 4 years? The Rockets need a facilitator. It's a glaring need. You see it.
Mhm.
Segun,
Mhm.
bro, yeah, you're not Jokic, bro. Not Jokic. Running stuff through KD, not really working, bro. And it's so glaring. Everybody else sees, but Raphael Stone is like, yeah, I think we might want to still make Reed Shepard into a point guard. I think
He's
Amen
not a
can
point
do it.
guard. He's a two.
Man, look here,
Amen.
dog. Like, look, like I would have took like it's funny how he got kind of thrown into that trade, but I would have took Mike Conley.
Yeah,
I
I
would
would
have
have took
took him.
Mike Conley. I would have took
he
Mike
gonna get
Conley.
bought out.
Point guard.
Hey,
Yeah,
he gonna get bought out. Hey, go get him.
yeah. I,
20
I
minutes a
don't know,
game.
man.
That's all we need from you, Mike. Just run, set up out, or even
But
better.
he's literally, I mean, yeah, he's older, but he's literally what the Rockets need. He needs the stability. He's a point guard. He's not a guy like running the offense. He's an actual point guard, something that the Rockets need. And we've been banging our head up against the wall like all season. Go get a point guard, guys. Go get a point guard. You need an actual point guard, guys. It would be nice if we get a point guard, guys. And it's like,
Let me ask you a hypothetical situation. Again, you don't have to yell at me. Okay.
yeah, we don't gotta yell. We don't gotta yell.
All right. Chris Paul
Sure, why not?
is
He ain't
just
doing
sitting
nothing.
there.
He ain't doing nothing.
At this point, I'll take his son. Hey man, come win a couple of plays, bro.
But here's the
Are
thing
you a
with Chris
point?
Paul
Yeah.
though. Here's the thing with Chris Paul. Chris Paul will come in there and be like, it's me, it's Chris Paul. I'm here to save the day. It's like, no, you're not here to save the day. Just
Just play. Just
just
be a
run the
point guard.
offense.
Just gonna play the
Just
ball.
just play point guard. No. But Chris Paul will come in and like this is my team now. And it's like, let me introduce you to Kevin Durant. That's whose team this is. It is this guy over there, the tall, skinny guy over there. It's his team. It's not your team. This is the guy over there in the corner. Over there. Like I don't know. Like
I'm annoyed.
Dude,
I'm annoyed. You know what I'm saying? We've been at this for a long
and you know what?
time.
And you know what? I'm gonna
White.
throw something else at y'all, right?
I
And I'm gonna
like
trip
that
y'all
though,
the hell out.
coach.
Right? Huh? I'm gonna throw something else at y'all that's gonna trip y'all out, right?
That should be good.
I would love for them to get a point guard because I feel like they need a facilitator. Y'all know I've said it a million and one times, bro. At this point, I feel like Jabari needs to go, right?
Yeah.
Raphael, what are you doing, bro? Because, dude, think about it. He actually drafted Reed over Castle. Imagine if they had Castle on this team and not Reed Shepard. Hey, real point guard.
Number one in the West.
Yeah.
Moonwalking through the Western
Yeah.
Conference.
Yes, a number one in the West, right? But like I say, we talk about guys you didn't even know they was available, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, we've seen Jabari sit up here and brick his way in building a fucking mansion with these damn bricks in the 3-pointer, right? I would have gladly shipped him, Reed, whoever. I would have gave him 5 first-round draft picks and got Jaren Jackson, a real 3-and-D big who actually plays D, who actually hits 3-pointers.
Mm-hmm.
I would have took. I didn't know the dude was available. I thought they'd been trying to ship Ja.
Yeah, it's like when I was like, wait a minute. I was like, that sure is a funny way of spelling Ja Morant. That look like they say Jaren Jackson Jr. But yeah.
And look at what they gave up.
You be wiping your phone home and say,
him.
let's say Jared Jackson. What the hell?
Dude, look at what the Jazz gave up to get him. Dude, they gave up what's the guy from Florida who barely even plays? I forgot his name. You can't even think his name. And they gave up like three first rounds that not even they first rounders. They like first rounders that Danny Ainge always keeps a couple of them in his back pocket.
Yeah, always keep a couple
like,
of them on them. Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna give you our first round draft. We'll give you all these extras that we got. Like the Rockets sitting on extra draft picks, bro. Like we could have easily made them better,
bro.
Huh?
We got so many draft picks.
So many draft picks and just like letting them just
And
sit there and just like
doing nothing with them.
This is your window, dude. I feel like Jaren Jackson would have been an upgrade over Jabari. Imagine playing the defense, bro. The defense alone would probably get them into that stratosphere with OKC. But a guy who actually consistently hits 3-pointers and not, dude, it just, like I said, people are like, oh, he's playing better. And I'm like, yeah, we've been playing bad teams. Just wait for it. That brick house is coming. You're going to see him right back again, jacking up threes, breaking left and right. Dude, I don't know. I don't know what Raphael Stone doing. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
I
because
mean,
at this point it's like, do you call Charlotte and just be like, what do y'all want? What do y'all want?
We
Can
love
either
you
call
Melo.
help us out
Charlotte or
here?
call Cleveland. Go get me LaMelo or Lonzo. Get me Lonzo. I don't care.
I'll take Lonzo. I've always been a Lonzo fan. I feel like, especially like now, it's like, again, you know what Lonzo gonna do? He gonna play point. He gonna play point guard. He gonna play good defense. You not don't expect too much out of him like offensively, but that's not what the Rockets need. The Rockets don't need any help scoring.
I
They
don't.
need help getting in, initiating the offense. That's what they need. You know, it's just
Kobe White is an option that I'm looking at.
We've been talking about that trade for a month. Do people
a
even call
month.
Raphael
Me and
Stone?
Sears been talking about Kobe White for a year now. A
That's what the
year.
rumors. The rumors been out there for like a month. Do guys not even call Raphael Stone? Do they just call everybody else and be like, you know what, we don't want to call that guy?
Here's the thing. I think Raphael Stone be calling people and they be trying to lowball people.
Yep.
Be trying to lowball people
He's like,
because
okay, he's like, I give you guys Finney Smith, and you give
right,
me LaMelo Ball.
like
How do you feel about that, guys?
because
Like,
the thing is, like there are deals to be made. Like the deal
there
we
are deals
just
to be
talked about
made.
with James Harden. Like it didn't cost much.
Didn't cost much.
No.
So Raphael Stone has to be lowballing these motherfuckers, or he's in his own head and he thinks that, you know what, we're set. The team that I got right here.
Well, because he listening to Udoka. Because MA's like, it's fine. We'll win with the guys we got. We don't need nobody else. And it's like, no, we don't.
No.
We're
No,
not
you don't.
trying. Like,
Dude, you know what? This is the even crazier part. I just thought about it. This is why I would have said, hey, the Jazz offered you this for Jaren Jackson, and the Jabari just signed an extension, so the money you could have matched the money up easily, right? Hey, what do you want for Jaren Jackson Jr.? Because I just lost Steven Adams, and you're gonna
just lost
rely
Steven
on
Adams.
you're gonna
Just
rely
lost
on
Steven
Clint
Adams.
Capella. On Clint Capella look like he lied on his birth certificate. Like Clint Capella looks like he's about 67 years old.
Jeez.
Like
I will call the Dallas Mavericks. All right. And I will go get
they're not gonna trade
Gafford.
with him. They're not gonna trade with him.
I would call my sweet precious baby boys in Orlando and be like, what y'all want for Tyus Jones?
I like that too.
Yeah, I would do that too.
That's one that, again, because I watch the Magic more than any normal person should. So like, yeah, I'd be like, look, yeah, like, what y'all want for Tyus Jones? That would be, at this point, is like, I would be very interested in what they want for him.
If you're gonna make a minor move, that's the move you make. But like I said, you just lost Steven Adams. You need another big. I would have, if Jaren Jackson was on the table, I would have been like, hey, look, what do you need? Because I feel like that would have put us in that stratosphere. If you had, like I say, it's some guys. Yeah, I mean, I would rather have a Jaren Jackson and you rely on your defense to win you some games, and make the small move and get the point.
I don't have to play respectfully because the issue is not the fact that we need defense to win games. We have nobody to set up an offense.
That's what I'm saying. I would have made that be the big splashy move, but like you said, go get the tires. That would have been a small move. Go get the tires, make your big move to put you in that OKC stratosphere. But right now, dude, I'm being honest with y'all. I don't see us beating the Nuggets.
We struggle with the Nuggets. We go to overtime.
Yeah, we always struggle with the Nuggets because why? Why do we struggle with the Nuggets? Because when it comes down to it, the Nuggets can get in the half court set, run thing, and then what do the Rockets do? Nothing. So
nope. We get matched up on the cross match and have Amen Thompson trying to D Joker. Make that make sense?
Pretty much, yeah. We saw it. We saw it. We saw it last year. We saw it live and in color. And it's just, and we saw it even earlier in the season in the games with the Nuggets. This is I don't know, man. It's just like,
man. Like I said, like I said, he could have made the small move to fix the point guard problem, because there's guys out there. You don't need like I said, you don't. LaMelo, we would all love LaMelo because of the playmaking. I would love James Harden because of the playmaking. I'll take Darius Garland because of the playmaking. But if you're not gonna make the big move, make the small move. Bring in the Tyus Jones, bring in the Mike Conley Jr., and then you go make the big move to get the other guy.
That's smart. That's smart GMing right there. That's
smart GMing. Something that Raphael Stone has not shown capacity to do.
I would be calling Danny Ainge and I'd be like, hey, Danny, because we've all talked about it before. Hey, you do got another big now, Jaren. Marketing, you did lose them 3 first rounders. Hey man, I got first rounders.
I got 3 shiny ones. I got 3 shiny new ones for you, Danny. Yeah.
Go. Hey, I polished
You know
them
what?
up and chromed them
Y'all
for
gonna
you.
call me crazy. Y'all gonna call me crazy. And I've sat on the launch pad with you guys for almost 2.5 years, beating the drum for Lori marketing. At this point, I will forego marketing if it means we get a point guard.
Yeah.
Well, Laurie will be the big move to put you, up there, and then you go get the small move for the point guard.
I
Because
listen.
I mean,
I,
or like at this
I
point, it's
I need a
like
one like I need like I need air to breathe. I need a legitimate starting one. Like I need food tomorrow.
you
yeah.
know
I
why
I
I
mean,
need
say
and
that?
that's the thing. At this point, it's like we don't have the luxury to make a luxury move. We need fundamental moves because this team, with all their warts, with everything that's going on, we sit up here and we complain, we go back and forth. They're still right there. They're still in the top half,
we're
top
fourth in the West right
tier of the Western Conference.
now. We're
Okay,
fourth in the
even
West.
with all that, they don't need to make a big splash move. They need to make a practical move, but they're not even making any moves at all because
They're
again,
making no moves.
Udoka has convinced the front office that we are right.
Because you know why I say that, and I'm just being for real. The reason why I would have gladly taken a Jaren Jackson. I'll take a Lauren Marketing. The reason why I say that because Udoka's offense, I'm putting the blame on Udoka now. When you look at Udoka's offense, it's like he must only teach Jabari one play. Go get in the corner and you shoot the three.
We
which is
love
Look in
which
the
is
corner.
fine, which is fine if he could shoot. Like
Yes.
it'd be okay.
Yeah, it'd be okay.
It'd be okay.
we send his ass to the corner every
Every
downtown before. We love him
every
so much.
time. And you
Get the
need it.
corner.
It'd be
If
okay
he was
if
a
he could shoot.
consistent guy,
Yeah.
then yes. But he's
Cause this,
not.
cause this is this, cause this is why we talking about the Bulls. It's like, look, man, look. Here's all our picks. Give us Kobe White and Vucevic back, and then we'll be fine. We'll call it all
We
square.
got moved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. It's like that's a guy. It's
Yes.
like I didn't
I
know he
would have
was
took it.
available. It's like
He
Yes.
just got moved.
here you go.
No.
He
And he
went to
got
the
traded for
Celtics of all
basically
places.
nothing.
He went to the Boston Celtics.
Which I love that move for the Celtics.
That
Good
was so
lord,
brilliant.
I
So
love that
What
brilliant.
the,
move for them.
what
Jeez.
what the
And guess
Celtics
who we
need?
play tomorrow? Boston.
Inside score. Dude, the Celtics needed an inside score like it wasn't nothing, bro. Who's one of the best inside scorers there is? And a
Fortune.
rebounder. And a
And he
rebounder.
can and he shoot 38 from three. He
Yes.
can shoot the three a little bit
Yes.
too. So
He's
it's
not gonna
like
play no defense, which that's fine. They'll cover it
who
up.
cares? It's like
Who
with
cares?
that Celtics team, they got plenty of other guys to play defense.
Well, I
Yeah.
think that's a bad memory for us. We know how that Celtics team is. They'll run up 138 on you. They don't really care. They'll just
I'm
keep
stuck.
scoring on you.
Boom, there's another
Uh,
3-pointer. There's another 3-pointer.
yeah, dude. Like that was a really really good move. Like I said, for what they traded for him, dude. Hey, I would take Vucevic in that corner shooting them threes over Jabari all day. And Udoka, he has not changed that offense at all. And you
Yeah,
see
that's
it
what I'm
over
saying.
and over.
Vooch hits the three at like 37, 38%. I think I saw it earlier. I think he like 37 and a half or something like that. So rounded up to
Dude,
38.
he had a
I'll
game.
take it. I'll
He had
take
a,
it.
he had a game this season. I think he had like 23 rebounds. Like, I'll take a guy who rebounds and shoots threes over a guy who bricks threes and plays defense sometimes. I'll
Yeah,
take
I
that.
don't know. It's not like the team that struggles to rebound. Like we could
Yeah,
use some help rebounding. Like I don't know.
yeah. Like that's what I'm saying, bro. I would have loved that move. Like I say, the
They
Celtics,
got
dude.
defense.
Hey, I don't know now. Hey, we got a lot of Knicks fans on this show, but I think that Easton got a whole lot harder for him right
Well, I
about
mean,
now.
we sat there and watched, and listened to, the Orange and Blue Skies joint. They were talking about how, the window is now because of, what's going on in the Eastern Conference. And listen, through tonight's ball game, the New York Knicks, the Boston Celtics are second.
Yeah,
They're number
yeah.
2 in the Eastern
And
Conference.
Tatum's practicing.
I mean, that's why Tatum was like, maybe I'll come back. I don't think he should come back, but that's what he was like. Maybe if I don't know.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't think he should come back though. But yeah,
I can
I
do
mean,
this.
he been running
Rumors
drills
out
and
there
running
after the
some
All Star
practice.
break that he may pop back, but Pistons, Knicks, Boston, Toronto, Cleveland, Philadelphia are on up the
That
top.
the
was a good
Pistons
move.
made a good move today. The
That's
Pistons
it.
made a
That's
pretty
a
good
good
move.
They
Yeah.
picked
Yeah,
up Daryl Farge, man. Like defense,
yeah,
Kevin Herter, defense.
yeah. The Pistons made a hell of a move today.
Loved
Dude,
it.
what are the Pistons struggle with shooting? They just got one of the best 3
They
point
just got
shooters in the
Herter.
league.
Like they got one of the best shooters in the league in Herter. So I mean, it's like,
dude, like I said, I don't think
You go put in the corner.
that's the guy you put in the corner. Now I don't like them. I don't like them getting rid of Ivy because I think Ivy's going to be a really good player. But I mean, like my uncle would always tell me, if you want to make an omelet, you got to crack some eggs.
Crack some eggs. Mike Conley and Jordan Ivy are going to Chicago, I believe.
Yeah, so like I said, I would. Now that was the puzzling thing for me for Chicago, and that's why I feel like Raphael Stone, he like you say, he the low balling guys, or they just don't even like they look at the call out.
I don't know. I don't think Stone knows how to quote unquote play the game. Yeah, because he's still a young like front office guy, and it's like he gets on the phone with these GMs, and he probably like I'll call you back. You know, it's just
because think about it, Chicago already said they're not moving Giddey. So they got Giddey. They just traded for Anthony Simons. And then they got Mike Conley. And then they got Kobe White. Why are you not on their phone being like, hey, bro,
I'll take any. I take Kobe. I take Conley. Give me one of them.
Yeah, like Larry said earlier, if they buy out Conley, I would be on the phone with his agent in 2 seconds.
Yes.
That's just me. And I think they probably are going to buy him out.
Oh, my God. I need a guard. So bad.
I think he's going to be a buy, especially at this age of his career. He probably wants to already told him, look, I want to play for a contender. I would definitely go after Conley, but it's just even if they said, because we've seen it before, we thought Portland was gonna buy Drew Holiday, and here he is, he's still there. Even if they don't want to buy him out, I still would have been like, hey, bro, I got like 14 second rounders. How many do you want? You know, it's Mike Conley. He's up in age. How many do you want? Because you see these teams and they have these surpluses, and it's like, I need a point guard. Chicago has a surplus. You know what? I think I might want to call them because they have. It's like if you call Portland and they're like, "Hey man, I need a big. How many do you got?" Oh, we have some extras in the back. You know, it's like, dude,
got a couple in the back.
Yeah, it's like, dude, why do you not try to address your need? And like I say, these dudes must look at the phone and be like, it's Raphael calling again.
Yeah, they see that 713 area code and be like,
yeah. He didn't do something. Either he didn't burn some bridges or something, because I mean, you know, I get it. People was all like excited about the Durant trade. I feel like we gave up too much for Durant. And it's like,
I'm not gonna get on that road with you again, bro. We had this conversation.
I feel like we gave him too much to get Durant. And
again, we can rehash this real quick. I mean, again, like my whole thing was like, okay, Green or Brooks, not both.
Not both. And the crazy part, I saw somebody put up a post today, and they was like, he really thought Dorian Finney-Smith could fill Brooks' role. My God. Oh my God.
Again, Ime.
Yeah.
No, it's like again, it's like I don't know, like good thing Jesse not here. Good thing the fourth member of the lunch pad isn't here, because he's like, nah, man, like Ime, man, y'all gotta get off of him. It's like, no, this is all his fault. This is all his fault.
Like you see these, this is the point. Y'all might agree with me. You see these trades, right? And you be like, okay, that made sense for this GM. Okay, that made sense for this GM. And then sometimes you look at the GM and you're like, yeah, you can tell he's young. They fleecing him. Oh, yeah, he's new on the job. They got him. You know, it's like you see these like Brad Stevens trades, and you're like, damn, that made sense. Damn, that was a good move. Damn, that was a smart move, right? And then you look back and you look at some of these other trades and you be like, what was they thinking? Like, that made sense.
Because Brad Stevens is smarter than most of these GMs. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's just way smarter. You know?
You know what he's doing with that thing.
Dude, it's like even like I always mess his name up, the guy in OKC. It's like they put up the stat today after the Grizzlies trade. They like the Grizzlies have the third most first round picks now. You know who is second?
Thunder.
OKC Thunder.
Yeah, because Presti just he stack them up, man. It's just
yeah. They still sitting on like 14 first round draft picks.
I told you, man, the 2031 draft, the Thunder gonna have like the first like 5 picks.
Yeah. Either that or they're gonna be like, you know what? I think we might want to add like two more superstars to play with Shea. So we'll just package
Mm-hmm.
these 12 picks together and add another star to play with him or something. It's like I said, you see some of the moves, Sam Presti. You see some of the Sam Presti moves, and then you look at the Raphael Stone moves, and you be like, "Did you get C's in school? Did D's really count?" Like, I don't know, man. I don't know. It's it's crazy.
It's crazy, man. I think about the possibility that the Rockets could be in right now, and they're choosing to sit on their hands.
Yeah, I mean, cause it's like again, like either Ball brother would be fine. One more than the other. Like I said, a guy like Tyus, if you just want to make like a little bitty small move, like send a second rounder and whatever like that to Orlando for Tyus Jones or something like that. Just it doesn't have to be a big splash move. I don't think the Rockets need to make a big splash like move. They need to make the right move. I feel like just a nice move like that, like again, maybe Chicago's asking too much for Kobe White. We don't know, but I don't know. At
Yeah,
this
but you might
point,
be
I don't care.
Steve. You know what I'm gonna say, and this, and because like I say, I live here, bro, and I've gotten into it with people. Jesse, no, I already got into it with people. Um, at some point, and I get it. You know, even now, people are like, "Oh, Reed, he's young." Jesse was one of the dudes. He's like, "Oh, Reed's young. He's only his second year." I'm I'm an eye test guy. I hate to say it like that. When you see a guy, you be like, okay, I see the potential. Okay, this like people talk about, oh, well, Shea wasn't that in LA. You could see the potential in Shea when he was with LA. That was the reason why Sam Presti was like, you know what, I want that guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Sam Presti didn't feel like he had nothing in Shea, he probably would have been like, you know what, give me more draft picks or something.
Hmm.
But when you look at Reed and you look at I'm gonna say Jabari, I don't see them going to another level. At this point, I'm like, they are who they are, right? And if I'm not saying you go and trade one of them to get a Conley, but if it took me giving up one of them to get a Melo, bye. See y'all
Yeah.
later. See y'all later. And he might be overvaluing some of the players and some of the assets that he had. Think about it, dude. Even the draft that we drafted Reed, what did everybody say? It's a down year.
Hmm.
That
I got
pick,
yelled at because I didn't. I wanted us to do something else, and
yeah,
I
it's
got yelled
like
at.
everybody was like, move that
Actually,
pick,
I wanted us to trade that pick for
move that pick.
KD.
Yeah, everybody's like, move that pick, move that
Yeah.
pick. And you know what he did?
Yeah,
He held it and still drafted Reed. Everybody's like, move that pick. Dude, I'll go even further, dude. Y'all think I'm joking? I was pissed, bro. I was livid, bro. When that draft, when that lottery came out and it was like Orlando number one, Thunder number two, I would have moved that pick. You know what he did? Held on to that pick. I would have
that's
moved that pick.
Hmm.
that's the Jabari pick.
Yeah, that was Jabari pick. I
Hmm.
because with that coming out of that draft, I mean, people were kind of high on Jabari, but for me, I feel like you had two stars in that draft. If you get the Bonchero sweepstakes, or Chet was a good B option. But if you're sitting on that number three pick, you move that. Like he's set on picks that you saw everybody saying trade. You're overvaluing stuff. You're overvaluing, and like I said, you could have. I hate to say it like that, but if you saw a person like a Jared Jackson get traded for three picks that they don't even know where the hell
Hmm.
they're gonna fall at, and I'm sitting on a number three pick, that gets moved, bro. I hate to say it like that. That gets moved
Yeah.
because I would take a proven player like a Jaron Jackson over an unknown. Especially like I say, when you look at the draft board, dude, and like even this year, it's like if you get the number five pick in this coming up draft, I feel like you should just trade it.
Yeah.
You should just trade it. I mean, because at that point, uh, how you say his name, DJ or AJ, he'll be off the board. The guy from Kansas, he'll be off the board. Boozer will be off the board. Yeah, if you get like the number five, I forgot who else they rank high, but if you get the number five pick, you just move it because all those guys will be off the board by the time you draft, and then now you taking a chance on somebody. Move it.
I'm looking
He
back at
might
that
be
2022 draft, and
he might be overvaluing Like I say, I really think he's overvaluing Reed. I think he
Hmm.
may be overvaluing
Well, I
Shepard.
mean, and then this is what
You
Sirius was talking
but
about. He's overvaluing Reed because of where he was drafted.
yeah.
Mhm.
And at that point, you're like, bro, I'm not a fan. Like I say, I'm not a fan of trading young players before you see what you got. But I'm a fan of not holding on to young players when you do see what you got
Yeah.
in. And
So let me ask you this question since we're talking about this 2024 draft, right? You got Reed Shepard went to Fellows at 3. You got Alex Sarr and Zaire, whatever, over in France. They really haven't panned out.
no,
Um,
that's why everybody was like, it was a down year. It was a
yeah,
down year.
this year was horrible draft. I mean, Dalton Connect is
Hmm.
probably the name that everybody's going to remember from this draft.
Hmm.
Outside
Well,
of
Castle,
outside of
and he
etc.
passed up Castle for Reed. And that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, even if you would sit on number 3 pick, and that's when you could have made the Durant move. Because think about it, Durant didn't want to come out of there like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
This you know what? This I want to turn this into a stone bashing, but this is the part that don't make even more sense, right? You made the trade with Brooklyn to acquire all of Phoenix's draft picks,
Hmm.
and then you still sit on that pick.
You sitting on it, bro. We sitting on
Sitting
it. We
on
ain't
it.
nothing
Sitting
with
on it.
it.
Hmm.
Why would you make the move to acquire all of their picks? And like I said, you'd have been like, you know what? I got this number 3 pick over here, and I got all of your picks. Give me Durant. That would have been a logical thing to do. But you waited
Hmm.
a whole nother year,
Yeah.
and then you make the move, and then like you said, Steve, you pick one or the other, but you can't have both. Pick one or the other, but you can't have both. And it's just like I say, I think he's overvaluing stuff. I think he may be a little delusional and not really knowing how a trade works. Maybe somebody need to come in and teach him how that works because it's crazy. Like I
Well, and this is where having a quote unquote president of basketball operations would help somebody else to like kind of like maybe like help him like somebody to bounce some ideas off of whatever like that. Just like like kind of like what Jerry West would do with the Lakers. You know what I'm
yeah
saying? It's like when he moved away from the GM role, he was still kind of there, just kind of like, all right, well, maybe you should do this, maybe you should do that, maybe you should do this, do whatever,
yeah
like
like
So it's just
I've been hearing all these rumors and even about Giannis too. I think that even if, like I just say, hypothetically, if they made the Giannis trade, they'd be like, you know what, I think you need to throw in Amon. And I think he'll be like, you know what? I think I will. Like, and like I say, I've gotten into these arguments with guys, and they like, oh, you need to let them grow, and this, like, and comparing them to OKC. You saw what OKC has in OKC. Even these guys that have been buried under the bench, they were first round picks. When they play, you can see what they are, right?
Mhm.
And when you look at the Rockets, it's like, okay, out of all the young guys, which one is untouchable? Amen. Well,
Two.
it's just become Sagoon. Amen's untouchable. Everybody else, you can be had. you can be part of this package. But yeah, dude, I ask the rest of y'all, dude. Do y'all think Giannis gets moved now? We've seen these other big trades.
No.
um I look, I don't know, like I don't know, like I just got a feeling, I just feel it in my because it's like we talking about Mike Conley earlier, and I think Conley gets enough money off of their books to where they can kind of make the Giannis trade happen. Just thinking there's a reason why they did that. So
And see,
I
this is why
think
you make the moves.
I think that I think he wants to be moved. He's been dropping Easter eggs, doing stuff with gold and blue hearts on his Instagram and his socials and stuff. Um, I don't think they do it. I don't think the Bucks move him. I think Ja moves before Thursday's deadline.
yeah,
Um, I think somebody like a DeMar DeRozan possibly moves before Thursday's deadline. Zach Levine is another guy who I expect to move. I mean, these are former All Stars. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I think LeBron stays put,
Well, yeah,
but
look, I think they already came out and said LeBron's like
yeah,
not going anywhere, so he's staying put. I feel
Giannis,
like
I don't
I
think
feel like a
Giannis.
guy like you think like veteran guy on a team that's not doing well type guy. You know, those are the type of guys that might get moved. And you know, this look, it's Tuesday, and today's been a pretty active day.
Oh yeah,
You know, so we still got some time
48
before the
hours.
deadline. So it's
Yeah.
like there's still a lot can happen between now and even tomorrow night, let alone Thursday afternoon. So I could see. Look, I mean, everything's on the table. Like in Sacramento, they got a couple guys they can move. They get I don't know what they're doing in Sacramento. Like they don't even know.
Nobody.
Like I said, what I've said before, the Sacramento Kings are a money laundering operation, and nobody believes me. Everybody thinks I'm crazy, and then when the truth comes out one day, then you're gonna be like, you know what, Steve was right. But they are a money laundering operation. So whatever. It's like so Sabonis, Westbrook, like you know DeRozan. Nobody's off the table in Sacramento. I don't think. But
Sabonis
which
another
man,
one that may get moved too.
yeah. So it's like nobody's off the table out there. I don't know. Like I feel like Giannis does get moved. Ja, you know, Ja. All of a sudden he gonna be healthy as an ox. He gonna be like, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. Oh, my arm's better.
This Minnesota water tastes so good, man. I feel great. Praise God. Hell.
Yeah, and then
I think he's
his
one of
dad
the.
gonna be like, told y'all my boy was all right. You know, my boy fighting him anyway. But like, yeah, I do. I think we're nowhere near done. I think we're
Oh yeah.
gonna get some more stuff, even maybe tonight. You know, like these trades happen in the middle of the night. These trades literally will be. I wouldn't be shocked if some trades happen after these games are done tonight.
Yeah. We're in bed doing going to sleep, and when I wake up in the morning, bing, bing, bing. So
I never
Dude,
forget getting that alert, man. Like I'm like, Luke, who has been traded?
yeah,
Like I never
what?
forget that.
yeah,
Oh
remember
yeah,
they on the West
somebody
Coast,
trolling.
man. They on the West Coast, so you know the time is different. But Steve, I could honestly, bro, I could see Dunleavy driving down to Sacramento and be like, you know what, this has to be a big trade. Y'all want to dump some salaries. Y'all got some pretty good players over there. You know
Hmm.
what? Let's make it I could see this being a 3 team. I could see it being a part of the job move. But I could honestly, I'm gonna lean toward Giannis gets moved, but I'm leaning toward him getting moved to the Warriors. One,
Mhm.
because people fail to realize that if you trade for Giannis, he don't have a no trade, but he's coming up for a contract. So do you want to rent Giannis for a year and a half?
Yeah,
And if and
Yeah,
unless there's
yeah.
somewhere he want to go, I'm saying unless there's
yeah,
somewhere he want to go, and he's like Steve said, he's dropping the tea leaves. He want to go to Washington, to go to state.
yeah.
So if it's a team that's traded for him that he wants to go to, I think he'll sign an extension with the Warriors. And you got to remember the Warriors, what they've been known for, they will put their chips all in,
Hmm.
especially for Steph. They'll put their chips all in. And
I
I don't
mean,
know
but
if y'all,
I feel like the Warriors they just gave Jimmy Butler that money,
yeah, and
and
but he can be moved.
I mean,
Dude,
the,
they made Draymond available. Draymond can be moved now.
so does Draymond stay in Golden State if they get Giannis? Does
no.
Draymond end up going to Milwaukee?
I think
Mhm.
he does. I think he
Yeah,
does.
if Giannis goes to Golden State, Draymond Green is your newest member of the Milwaukee Bucks. Now, will he
Yeah,
play
him
there?
and Kaminga,
Yeah,
and
and
like
Kaminga.
Gary too, something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
They'll figure something out.
Well,
yeah.
think about it. If you bring in like say Sacramento and be like, hey, look,
Hmm.
DeRozan going to Milwaukee, um, Draymond and Kaminga, or Kaminga goes to the Memphis,
Sacramento.
and Ja goes back to Sacramento. I could see that being part of this big
I
trade.
don't think Ja. I don't think Ja goes anywhere but Minnesota.
Um, and the reason why I say that because he don't have a no trade, and they it jetted his ass out to Sacramento. Like
I
let's
don't.
be
Yeah, and
I
real.
don't.
him and Ant either
Yeah.
be best buddies or like they'll be at each other's throats.
So,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
You know, there's
That's a train wreck. That's a car crash I want to see.
like I said, either they'll be best buddies or they'll be fighting the whole rest of the season.
Either
No
either
in
way it
between.
go, I'm gonna be like this. Either way it go, I'm gonna be like this, and this is why I'm kind of questioning the Rockets moves because of these potential trades. I'm a fan of. you get ahead of your opponents before your opponents get ahead of you. And let's just say Giannis ends up on the Warriors and Jai ends up on the Timberwolves. Now, where does that put that Rocket team
And trouble
at?
because
Yeah,
it puts us in trouble.
yeah, a whole lot of trouble.
Because the Warriors, look, we don't even got to talk about the Warriors. The Warriors beat us last. Never. I brought it up. That's my bad. That's my bad for bringing it up. So we got that with the team in San Francisco, and then Minnesota would probably run us ragged because Ja would probably average 34 points a game that series.
Yeah,
So
he's
I
always killed us.
mean, that's that game. Those series would be 140 to 152 or something like that because no defense would be played. But
yeah, but it'd be like Anthony Edwards with 39, Ja with 42. As T Wolves take game 3.
right,
Gobert has 12 blocks and 14 rebounds.
and 2 points.
yeah.
Like I'm like I said, I'm a fan of you get ahead of your. This is kind of basketball. You know how basketball is. Hey, one trade to push you over the top. Especially one really good trade to push you over the top. And the only team that I could see right now when it comes to the Western Conference is like, hey, we'll just stay put. Is
Okay,
what's called? It's OKC.
Yeah, OKC doesn't have to do anything.
OKC.
They can stand pat and just be like, all right, well, let's go.
I wouldn't even be surprised if the Nuggets make a couple of moves here and there because remember the reason why they got rid of Kevin Porter because they cleared a lot of cap space off. So I could even see them
now available to be traded.
Huh?
Who is now available to be traded?
Yeah, like I could see him ending up on one of these teams too. Like I said,
too.
A Kevin Porter ended up in Minnesota. That would not be pretty.
That's nasty.
Look, like I said, I'm a fan of get ahead of your opponents before your opponents get ahead of you. And we've known the Stone. He likes to I'm gonna just stay put. No, I see everybody else getting better around me, but I think I'm gonna just stay put. I'm gonna stay put.
He's falling in love with that 31-17 record, and it's like, yeah, we're good now, bro. We got to make moves, man. We got to make moves.
And
because it's not about the regular season. It's like we've been there, done that. It's like it's like you were there, Raphael. Like you saw what happened in the playoffs last year. It's like did you not realize? It's like I don't know. It's just
it's frustrating, bro.
I'm trying to will myself into thinking that they're gonna do something, but it gets like.
Here's the thing: if they do something, I swear to goodness, I will be the most shocked Rockets fan on the planet. Dude. Because again, I told y'all earlier, I refuse to buy into the hype anymore. Like I see stuff come across my feed about this particular guy, this particular thing. You said you had a couple, saying that hit your desk earlier. When Shams tells me, that's when I'm gonna figure it out.
Yeah,
dude, the Rockets was so bad for so long. I think that people forget how good they were for so long, and now it's like the expectations was, we was the number 2 last year. We did good. That was seeded expectations. I don't know about y'all, but I'm like,
had Dylan Brooks and Jalen Green on the roster, but we ain't got that no more.
Yeah, now I'm like the expectation.
On the roster. We ain't got that no more.
Yeah, dude, I'm like the expectation now is go for a championship. If you trade for old ass Kevin Durant, bro, you push your chips in. You don't make a move for old ass Kevin Durant. That's like if a team trade for LeBron James right now. LeBron James is playing real good, but LeBron James is also in his damn 40s. So if you make a trade for him, you making the trade to push your chips in and go for it. You don't stand pat and be like, you know what, we good. We just traded for an old star, but we good. We gonna just stay where we at. You don't do that. And it's like I say, man. I'm one of them dudes that's like, we got some young good players. You know what? Segun's still pretty young. He's untouchable. Amen. He's young.
Get him out
untouchable. Amen's untouchable. But you know who these other young stars are? They're touchable. I'm just being for
Let
real.
me just rephrase that.
I
You
need you
gonna come on this
to.
Doom? You gonna come
Need
on
you to
over to
find
this
a better way to
Doom train,
phrase that,
man?
dog. Like,
Right.
Hey, I caught that little jab. Man. Hey, so, hey, you saw what he did the other day when he did get that All-Star nod. Hey, that boy said, you know what? Hold
Because
my
he's not an
beer.
all-star. We'll
Hey,
talk
he
about
said,
that
hold
another
my
time,
beer.
man. Let me get you
Come on
guys
with
out
it.
of here, Coach. You know what to do. Shut
Come
us
on
down,
with
big
it.
dog.
all right, and that's been the launch pad. Thank you for dropping by, guys. Like like I said, like ain't nobody else here. We might as well do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Both y'all got on red, man. I should have got my red shirt on, man. Hold
I
yeah,
just
on.
not,
I
I just
know,
not
right?
black.
That's totally.
Hey,
But like, yeah, I
hey,
was like,
I got a fresh rocking shirt for the show, man.
but man, like look, I said, if you see the link, share the link. We do talk about other things and other sports. We have the backstage business show. Got to check that out. Been doing some great things. Make sure you check that out tomorrow night. We doing big things over there. We got to do a launch pad, a real actual launch pad after the trade deadline. Probably we got to probably set that up. But like I say, if you see the link, share the link. If you're driving around, listen to us on Spotify. Like let people know that we doing this. Every week. You know what I'm saying? We trying to like spread the word. So like help your boys out. And lady Stacy, what's up, Stacy? Like I said, it looks like we had another successful boardroom meeting. This has been Total Sports. I have been Coach. This is not a closeout. This is just me getting ready to get off here. But y'all know how I close it out. God is good.
All
All
the
the time.
time.
Make sure you drink y'all water. Y'all, all right. Stay hydrated, and of course, get them dubs up. Wu Tang is for the children.
Hey,
Peace.
Steve. Before you go, bro. Hey, we was talking about H Town, man. Hey, prayers up for the Mike Watts family, bro.
Yes, yes.
Prayers
One
up.
time, like hold up,
Yeah.
Watts.
Hold
R.I.P.
up.
Baby. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Hey, we H Town boys. We had to put it out there, bro.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
sir. Yes, sir.
All
All right,
right. See
Coach,
you
man.
guys.
Catch you on the next one, big dog. Now, you know what to do. Get us out of here, homie.
Oh man, I'm glad to be back, man. Hey, missed these last 2 weeks, man. Look, hey, I miss y'all like a fat kid loves cakes, man. Hey, and the thing about it is, even when I'm not on the show, I'm watching the show. I know y'all saw me in the comments a little
Oh,
bit.
yeah. We saw you.
Uh, yeah, man. It's a brotherhood over here, and one little sister over here, Stacy. But yeah, even when we not on the show, man, we in each other's comments. We being engaged and checking out the other content that we putting out there. Mini launchpad session today. Hopefully, we got that coming soon. More content coming. As we start getting this stuff together. Right now, we got some things in the pipe work. Like Aaron say, we cooking in the kitchen. It's coming. And just keep rocking with us. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm out.
Appreciate you, big dog, man. Yes, sir, man. It's your boy Sears repping that 412 and the 703, man. Such a privilege and absolute pleasure doing these show with these gentlemen on tonight. As my man, Coach alluded to, tomorrow, backstage business, man, back in the building, man. We're talking about everything around the world of WWE. We had an amazing PLE on Saturday. The Royal Rumble jumped off. There was a after show that these guys were able to jump on and do. We're going to be double tapping on a bunch of that information as well as talking about what took place yesterday on Monday Night Raw as well as tonight on NXT. Preparing you guys for what's going to take place on Friday Night SmackDown, getting you guys ready for the Elimination Chamber that comes in February. So we're looking forward to talking everything about that, man. I always close out my shows like this, man. God is good. Even though sometimes people are not, man. God bless you guys. Catch you guys on the next one. Peace.